Welcome to the online learning orientation, and to begin with we're going to just walk through some of the Fresno Pacific University online tools and make sure that you're familiar with each of the tools and how to log in and what types of resources you can find at each tool. And the first tool I'd like to start with is one that we call CampusCruiser, and it's pretty much the university portal, the place, kind of the jumping off place for a lot of the different resources. And there's several different ways to get to it. You can bookmark the site once you've gotten there, but typically the way I tell people to get to it for the first time is to start at www.fresno.edu, the university's main homepage, and then scroll down to the very bottom where it says My FPU, and the link called My FPU takes you right to CampusCruiser. Now, CampusCruiser is a subscription-based program that Fresno Pacific has been using now for, probably about 7 or 8 years. And your username and ID are generated from the IT department. And typically at the very beginning of your time at Fresno Pacific, those login credentials are mailed to you in a regular mail, U.S. postage. And your user login ID is basically 3 letters and possibly some numbers. ABC 123 might be something that it could possibly be. Mine happens to be TLB, so I'm going to just type that in my user ID. And then the password typically begins as your university PIN number, which is assigned to you and would be in that original letter as well. However, there is the ability to adjust and change your password to whatever you want it to be within the CampusCruiser system after you've logged in at least once. So I'm going to type in my password. And once you've logged in, you'll come to a screen that we call the dashboard. And if you ever see the link at the top of the page to the dashboard, that link will bring you back to this kind of a home page, a jumping off place for you. And you'll notice that your name is up here on the top right hand corner. And if it doesn't say your name right up there, you might want to check with the IT department to make sure that you're not logging in using somebody else's credentials. This page is able to be slightly modified in the way that these blocks appear. For instance, I have my personal tools listed right here, my committees and departments and courses down below. And by default, I think the courses start off at the top, and the personal tools might be in a slightly different place. But you can adjust kind of the layout and fine-tune things just the way that you want them to be. I'm going to talk a little bit about the personal tools, what some of these things do, and then we'll talk about some of the other resources that are available in the My Services tab and also in the Academics tab. And I'll show you a few links that you'll need to be aware of. But starting with the personal tools, you have an email address associated with your username. For instance, mine was TLB, and my email address is tlb@fpu.edu. And you can check your email just by clicking here on the email link, and it works kind of like Hotmail or Google Gmail. It's a web-based email program that you can click here to compose brand new email. You click check mail to see if anything new's happened. One of the most valuable assets here on the mail tools, though, is this mail filter. And if I click on the mail filter, you can see here that there's 3 different tabs: an incoming mail filter tab, a forwarding mail filter tab, and a bulk mail user filter. And if I click on this forwarding email filter and put in a different email address here, put a check mark to enable forwarding and save those preferences, Now all of my CampusCruiser email that comes into this account will also be forwarded to this other email. So if you have, for instance, an email account that you check on a very regular basis, but you're not sure that you're going to be able to check your CampusCruiser email all the time, it's a great idea to go here to the filters and then to the forwarding filter and add in that extra email address and forward your mail. I'm going to go back to the dashboard now, and along this list of personal tools, there's a calendar tool, tasks tool, an address book tool. These are all tools that you may or may not choose to use. If you wanted to use the calendar and put important dates and things like that on there, you're more than welcome to. The task tool will remind you when you have tasks to do and things like that. The address book will store people's email addresses and phone numbers for you. And then below that is one called My Files, and this is kind of a handy tool. It's kind of like an online file storage, similar to Dropbox or your Google Drive or different things like that. And within the CampusCruiser interface, you have the ability to upload files here. And if, for instance, if you're doing research in the library or writing a paper in a lab and you don't have a USB drive perhaps to save your documents on, you can just save them temporarily to the computer that you're working on and then upload them here to the My Files section. It's similar to attaching a document to an email, and you can just find where it's been saved on the computer and upload it. Going down below on the personal tools, you have the ability to store URLs for web pages that you want to remember. In the bookmark section, you can add photos and create photo albums, and if you ever need to edit or modify the profile information, this link right here will do that for you as well. As far as some of the other information that you'll need to know here at CampusCruiser, under the My Services tab, next to the My Cruiser tab, it has an entire list of services that are available to students. For instance, if you needed to change some of your information, phone number, address, things like that in your My Profile, there's a place to do that here. There's a quick link to email your academic advisor. This link right here will let you check your grades and GPA for each term that you're enrolled. You can declare your major or declare a minor with this tab. You can actually view unofficial versions of your transcripts right here with this tab, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go through every single setting, but just be aware that the My Services tab has all of that type of general information, and along with that, there's a link below here to the online payment center if you need to take care of some financial things, and the student support center portal as well has a link right here if you need tutoring or help writing a paper, different things like that. That the student support system has all that information right here. When you're at the end of a semester and thinking about the next semester and you need to deal with registration, here's the link to deal with the registration area, and all the information and questions are answered right here on how to take care of registration for new classes or to search for classes within the catalog, and so on and so forth. This has probably just scratched the surface of all the features that CampusCruiser has available, but this is only an orientation to get you used to some of the navigation and where to find the information that you need. This orientation will continue in the next screen capture, and I'll look forward to seeing you again.